Welcome to my channel, Wealth Ledger.
Investing sounds complicated, right? Stocks, bonds, real estate, mutual funds, it can feel overwhelming if you're just starting out. But here's the truth, investing doesn't have to be scary or confusing. In fact, the basics of investing are surprisingly simple once you break them down. In this video, we are going to explain investing in the simplest way possible, step by step, so even if you've never invested $1 in your life, you'll know exactly how to start. What is investing? At its core, investing is simply putting your money to work so it grows over time. Instead of letting money sit in a savings account where it earns very little, you invest it into assets that have the potential to increase in value or generate income. Think of it like planting a seed. You put money in today, water it with time and patience, and years later it grows into something much bigger. That's all investing really is, making your money work for you. Why invest? Why should you invest instead of just saving? Inflation is the answer. Inflation means the cost of living goes up every year, and the value of your money decreases if it just sits idle. For example, $100 today might only buy you $80 worth of goods in 10 years if inflation rises. But if you invest, your money has the chance to grow faster than inflation. This is how people build wealth, prepare for retirement, and reach financial independence. The power of compound interest. One of the most important principles in investing is compound interest. Albert Einstein famously called it the eighth wonder of the world. Here's how it works. When you invest money, you earn returns. Those returns then get reinvested and start earning more returns. Over time, your money snowballs. For example, if you invest $1,000 and it grows by 10% in a year, you'll have $1,100. The next year, you don't just earn on $1,000, you earn on $1,100. Over decades, this compounding effect can turn small amounts into massive wealth. Types of investments. Now let's break down the main types of investments in simple terms. First, stocks. Buying a stock means you own a tiny piece of a company. If the company grows, your stock goes up in value. Second, bonds. Bonds are like loans you give to governments or corporations. In return, they pay you interest. They're usually less risky than stocks, but also offer lower returns. Third, real estate. This means investing in property, houses, apartments, land, either for rental income or long-term appreciation. Finally, funds, like mutual funds or ETFs, which pool together money from many investors to buy lots of stocks or bonds at once. These are great for beginners because they spread out your risk. Risk versus reward. Every investment carries risk. Stocks can grow fast, but they can also fall quickly. Bonds are safer, but they won't make you rich. Real estate can be profitable but requires more money upfront. The general rule is, the higher the potential reward, the higher the risk. The key to smart investing is balancing risk and reward in a way that matches your goals and comfort level. Diversification. Here's another simple but powerful idea. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. That's diversification. Instead of putting all your money into one stock or one property, spread it across different assets. This way, if one investment goes down, others can balance it out. For beginners, the easiest way to diversify is by investing in index funds or ETFs that automatically give you a little piece of hundreds of companies. Short-term versus long-term investing. One mistake beginners make is thinking investing is about getting rich quick. The truth? Investing works best long-term. Markets go up and down in the short run, but historically, they always trend upward over decades. If you invest with a long-term mindset, 5, 10, or 20 years, you give compounding time to work its magic. Patience is your best friend when it comes to investing. How much money do you need to start? Another misconception is that you need thousands of dollars to start investing. Not true. Today, with apps like Robinhood, Vanguard, Fidelity, or eToro, you can start with as little as $10 or $20. Some platforms even allow you to buy fractional shares, meaning you can own part of a stock if you can't afford the full share price. The most important step is starting, no matter how small. Build an emergency fund before you jump into investing. Make sure you're financially prepared. That means having an emergency fund, 3 to 6 months of living expenses saved in a safe account. This protects you if you lose your job or face an unexpected expense. Without an emergency fund, you might be forced to sell your investments early, which can cost you money. Pay off high-interest debt. If you have credit card debt or loans with very high interest rates, pay those off before investing. Why? Because the interest on that debt is costing you more than you're likely to earn in the stock market. Think of it this way, paying off a credit card with a 20% interest rate is like getting a guaranteed 20% return. That's better than almost any investment. Start small and consistent. Once your foundation is secure, start investing small amounts consistently. This strategy is called dollar cost averaging. For example, you invest $100 every month no matter what the market is doing. Sometimes prices are high, sometimes they're low, but over time, this smooths out your costs and reduces risk. Consistency beats trying to time the market. Beginner-friendly investments for absolute beginners. The easiest investment is an index fund or an ETF. An index fund tracks a group of stocks, like the S&P 500, which includes 500 of the largest companies in the US. Instead of betting on one company, you are investing in the overall economy. Historically, the S&P 500 has returned about 7 to 10% per year after inflation. That's a powerful way to grow wealth over time. Common mistakes to avoid. Let's talk about some beginner mistakes. First, chasing hot stocks you hear about online. By the time everyone's talking about it, the opportunity is usually gone. Second, trying to get rich quick. Investing is a marathon, not a sprint. Third, selling out of fear when the market drops. Remember, downturns are temporary, but losses are permanent if you sell too soon. The key is to stay calm and think long-term. Long-term mindset and patience. The most successful investors don't obsess over daily prices. They focus on long-term goals and stick with their plan no matter what. Remember, Warren Buffett, one of the world's greatest investors, made most of his fortune after the age of 60 because he let compounding work for decades. Be patient, stay consistent, and trust the process.
Thanks for watching video. Please share with friends. Subscribe, bell icon, and share.